Hey people, welcome! I came bearing another exciting video. This video tells a story. What is it about? We'll find out by watching the video. Then again, you might have a guess seeing the title. A reminder, if you haven't seen the anime, go check it out. Now, don't point fingers at me for not telling you about spoiler warning. Now, where was I? The story starts with a boy coming out of a high school entrance exam. The boy's name is Mo Fan, and he laments about not doing well in the exam. As he was leaving, Mo Fan explained how he suddenly came to this parallel world 6 months before the entrance exam, and how this world revolved around magic instead of science. Although the exam wouldn't have been a problem if the topic wasn't on magic, and no matter the effort he put in, the exam covered 9 years worth of studies. Meanwhile, a group of students came behind him, discussing their exam and its difficulty. One student among them, named Bai, states it was easy for him. Bai comes from the famous Mu family. The family is known for having exceptional and talented ice mages. Once outside, Mo Fan found his father waiting for him. Knowing his son didn't do well in the exam, he cheers Mo Fan, telling him he arranged a driver's job in a different town. But Mo Fan wants to be a mage. Understanding his son's seriousness, Mo Jiaxing goes to Mu Hei one day. He is an influential person in the city, and the brother of the Mu family's head. Mu Hei is reluctant at first, due to a previous action of Mo Fan trying to elope with the head's daughter. Jiaxing agrees, but points out that the princess of the Mu clan is alright now, and begs to give his son a chance for all the services he did for the family. Mu Hei decides to help only when he hands over his house to him. Jiaxing agrees, after hesitating a little. What he didn't know, his son already found out. Later that night, he tells his son about his admission to the magic high school. Mo Fan, sad in knowing the truth, outwardly exclaims with excitement that he will become the best mage and make the family rich. In his room, he recalls when Ning Shui wanted to run away from home and how he naively helped without thinking about the consequences, like a typical Chinese protagonist. But soon, they got caught, and his father was humiliated for his actions. It was a magical wake day at school. Everyone is excited about it, some even discussing among themselves about wanting to awaken rare magic live fire. In Mo Fan's class, the teacher gave everyone a badge that would change color based on their awakening. Meanwhile, some students were mocking Mo Fan that he might even fail to awaken any magic. The teacher brought out the magic awakening device and started calling the students according to their roll call. One by one, everyone had their magic awakened. Some were happy with what they got, some were not. Mubai got the most praise from everyone due to awakening ice magic, with 1 star already. Even Mo Fan's friend Zhang also awakens wind magic. It's finally Mo Fan's turn. Everyone laughed and mocked him again, but the moment he was about to awaken his magic, everyone got distracted by rare lightning magic's purple coming from another class. Lightning magic is the most powerful magic in the magic system. Few can evoke such magic. As they went to check, they didn't see the purple hue in the device Mo Fan was holding, but when they returned, they saw the magic awakening device turn red. Both Mo Fan and others were surprised. They were surprised that the lowest grade student in their class awakened the fire magic. Meanwhile, Mo Fan was surprised he awakened the dual magic system. Mo Fan decided to hide the fact that he had 2 elements and reveal them at the right moment. 2 months later, Mr. Shang explains how the magic system works and what the stars in the system represent. He even explained how they can release the magic after controlling all the 7 stars. He then asked Mu Bai to demonstrate. He demonstrates control of 5 of the 7 stars, which gets him admiration from the students and praise from the teacher. Once again, Mu Fan gets mocked for still being in 1 star despite awakening the rare 5 magic system. Some even mock how he will fail the upcoming exam and how his father had to sell the house to get him into the academy. Mu Fan does lack progress in his fire magic system, as he focuses most of his time on lightning magic. It shows how he is 1 step away from full release. On the way home, he ran into his little sister, Xinxia, who looked upset. he found out that a delinquent group had taken her wheelchair away and bullied her. Furious, he went to confront them. Thanks to his anger, he could release his lightning magic. He uses it on one of the bullies. Seeing he is a mage, the bullies ran away. While taking a bath at home, he worries that his father might be attacked by monsters roaming outside the city, as he is just an ordinary person. He had to take a dangerous job with his brother outside the city to manage the tuition and the basic needs of his children. Dispelling his worries, he tried to train his fire magic in the bath, but this was a bad idea. His sister is amazed at how fast his progression in magic is, and asks if he took help from Black Curia. When asked about it, she explains it is a cult that helps people improve their skills faster, but the cult is a criminal organization. He reassures her he isn't. Meanwhile, Bai gives his progress report to his uncle Muhei. He is satisfied with it, and tells him to do his best at the exam as both the head of the family and the heiress will come to observe. When asked about Mo Fan, Bai reports he is not doing well. Muhei then tells his nephew that he will be expelled from the school if he fails the exam. The next day, a new practical magic teacher comes to their class. It won't be a Chinese anime without a beautiful teacher who acts as the first mentor of the protagonist. Miss Tang is a fire mage and shows the fire system's release, Magic Fire Burst. One day, Bai says to his uncle that it might not be possible for Mufan to fail, but his uncle reassures him that he will, as he shows a black stone that would suck all the magic and light from the evaluation device. He explains to his nephew that he has one of the examiners under his pocket who will help. This guy has a grudge against Mo Fan and his family because he tried to flee with Mu Ningshui, the Mu family's princess. Then again, Asian people prioritize their family honor, heritage, and prestige on a very high level. The final exam is a month away, as Mo Fan increases fire magic to 5 stars, but he is not satisfied, as he wants to achieve magic release by the time the exam comes. Mr. Shang explained one day in his class that those who could achieve magic release in the final exam would get promoted to the elite class, where they would get a magic device that would aid in cultivation. On exam day, the head of the Mu family, Mu Zhou-yun, gives a speech and introduces his daughter Ning Shui. Everyone is amazed how she graduated earlier than her peers and now studies in a magic college. In demonstrating her magical power, she destroys the device. After that, the test officially began. The test was as easy as many people got good results. Zhang managed to get an A, but failed to release his magic. Mubai's exam wowed the audience, as he got an S. After a successful magic release, he got a B on that. However, Ning Shui was not impressed. Muhei's plan worked, as Mo Fan struggled with his device at first, but he finally managed to get a B, which shocked the students. But Miss Tang knew something was wrong and asked for a re-examination, pointing out the possible malfunction. The students also joined her with a proposal, thinking he would never get such a good result. Seeing the situation, the principal agreed. But everyone's eyes were wide open when a light brighter than Mubai's emitted from the device, which got Mufan the final result of S. Their surprise was not over yet. As Mufan performed the magic release, he got an A, much to Bai's horror, placing him first in the exam. The principal recognizes Mufan's talent and hard work as he is the first mage in his family. Hearing about him, Mu Zhou-yun's views about him changed, and he calls Mo Fan over and tries to bury the hatchet. We all know a Chinese protagonist tends to be a hothead and often than not, ends conflicts with all his enemies crippled, dead, or until he is satisfied with his revenge. It's not unexpected that Mo Fan is at odds with the Mu family, and took a standoff approach to the proposal. All the arguments ultimately resulted in the decision of a dual arrangement that would take place in 2 years between him and Mu Zhou-yun's adopted son, Yuang. In the next semester, Mu Fan is in the elite class, and due to his result on the final exam, he is at the top of the class. The class possesses 3 magical bracelets that help in cultivating their magic. They are available for everyone, but the top 3 students can use the bracelets for a month each. Mo Fan, on the other hand, was punished and could only use them for 10 days due to his rude behavior during the final exam. When Mo Fan was training, Bai mocked him by saying that the magic device given to Yuang was 40% more efficient. As he was pondering about this at night, his magic necklace ate the bracelet, making him panic. But Miss Tang comes to his rescue in exchange for a favor. She also tells him about the magical property of his necklace and how unique and rare it was. During the ongoing semester, the elite class went to a training camp run by the army. The head of the camp organized a bounty hunt, where the first prize would be magical armor. For the bounty hunt, their mission is to find the camp leader's missing bracelet in a cave the army recently cleared. They also have to make sure that there are no other wolves left there. They had to march through a long path, hike mountains, and free many obstacles, which they solved with magic. Only Bai's and Mofan's team managed to reach the cave. As they enter the cave, Mofan speculates there is a monster inside, seeing the pond less filled than expected, but nobody takes heed to his warning. Soon they came face to face with an arc wolf. Seeing the monster, everyone panics and runs like a headless chicken. What they don't know is that it's a pet of a soldier in the camp. The leader becomes disappointed with the students' performance. He at least expected them to release their magic. But soon, the top students started firing their magic at the wolf. It was not effective. Seeing that level 1 magic was not working, Mofan used a level 2 fire spell, which blasted the wolf to the pond. But then all hell broke loose, as the owner lost control of the wolf. The wolf entered rage mode. It started attacking the students indiscriminately. Meanwhile, the chief rushes out using his magic wings as the situation escalates. Seeing the situation getting worse, Mofan aggroed the wolf and heads deeper inside the cave with Zhang, who helped him using his wind magic. Deep inside the cave, he and the wolf enter a battle. At one point, Mofan using lightning magic to paralyze the wolf and uses the pointed rocks at the ceiling of the caves to kill it. It was sad to see the wolf's owner cry, but Mofan gets the best grade and the armor as a reward for killing the wolf and saving his fellow students. Mofan wasn't growing stronger quickly, nor did he have enough combat experience. It is the realization he had after the fight with the Archwolf. However, he discovered a potential solution to increase the grade of his necklace. If the pendant grades up, it will help him grow stronger even faster. This magical accessory absorbs other magical devices and can extract spirit from freshly killed monsters. He went to the Monster Hunter Association to become a hunter as the best way to increase his combat effectiveness and the grade of his magical necklace. He went there in disguise and introduced himself as Fan Mo. Seeing his lightning magic, the hunter team immediately welcomes him. They also help him with all the necessary documents to become a hunter. The moment he joined, the group got a call about a monster terrorizing a school. He discovers that the school is the school where his sister goes to. He gets worried about not finding her through the call, but he sighs in relief when she called. While talking to his sister, Mofan found himself face to face with the monster. Mofan quickly reacted and escaped the eye attack of the Cyclops-style monster. He then defended himself from some of the beast's attacks when the rest of the hunting team arrived. They, with professional ease, fought the beast. But when it was in its last leg, it readied one final attack, which almost hit one of the team members if not for the timely assist from Mofan's lightning attack, paralyzing the monster. The team leader, impressed by Mofan's work, makes him a permanent member. He quickly reached his sister, as she was worried for him, seeing so many missed calls from her. He placates her by telling her what happened today heroically. Later that day, he gets his first payment. In the Mu family, Muhei and Yuang talk about the upcoming fight. They also talk about his growing strength. Yuang disregards his uncle on the duel, as he doesn't see Mufan as a worthy opponent, and he sees Ning Shui as his rival. Yuang then meets with his father and complains about choosing an unworthy opponent for him. He calms him down by talking about the duel prize, the entrance to the sacred spring. Meanwhile, Muhei tells Bai that Mofan can't get the chance to enter the sacred spring. A one-eyed wolf demon muted, due to coming in contact with the leaked energy of the sacred spring. It then suddenly started killing homeless people to gather more strength. Its area of action was close to a student's grandparents' house. The student then brought Mo Fan with her to investigate. While investigating, they came face to face with the monster. Mo Fan holds the wolf at bay as students run to notify authorities and evacuate the area. Meanwhile, he sends a distress call to his hunting team. One of the members first arrives with Yuang. She's also part of the Mu family. They save Mo Fan from almost getting killed by the beast. But she also doesn't like him due to his naughty attitude from his childhood. It is the first time Yuang meets Mo Fan, and seeing him leaving the area like a coward, he also looks down on him. By the time Mo Fan turned into Fan Mo and returned, the rest of the hunting members arrived at the place. They then used the ice and lightning magic to subdue the beast. They also informed the association to send someone and hope for the best. But it was all for naught, as the heat from the evolving beast slowly broke the ice that trapped it. Seeing the wolf break free, the captain uses his powerful attack and blasts him. But the attack was very ineffective. In a rage, the beast targets the captain. Others tried to help or attack the beast, but the evolving wolf was too powerful and deflected all of their attacks. Seeing the captain's life in danger, Mo Fan steps in and holds the wolf down using a level 2 lightning spell. But it became a battle of attrition for both of them, as he was almost at his last leg. The mid-level mage joined the fight and completely dominated the battle. The frequency of appearances of monsters increased quite a lot. They proposed sounding the alarm, but more investigation was necessary before allowing that. The spirit of the wolf was eaten by the pendant, causing it to evolve into a sprite-grade magic item. Mo Fan can now grow even faster. His excitement leaves no bounds now that he could develop into a level 3 mage before the battle. Later one evening, Mo Fan and his sister spend a high place looking over the city. He gives her some money, which she denies at first, but after his reassurance, takes it. She reveals that she has a talent for healing magic, which was a rare case as only high-level mages could learn them. Sitting under the shade with Zhang, Mo Fan reminisced about the passage of time as he was busy with school and monster hunting. His friend reminds him of the fast-approaching duel, and how the Mu family head is organizing Yuang's coming-of-age ceremony on that day. He was then approached by Miss Tang, who told him to go to the principal's office. At the office, the principal explains what the sacred pool is and how his duel with Yuang will determine who will enter. It is through the discussion between father and daughter that we get a picture of why the Mu family is doing all of this festivity. First, to make Yuang famous, to get the ticket for the sacred pool, and to humiliate Mo Fan and his family to the point they disappear from the city. The night before the duel, Mu Ningshui and Mo Fan met. She tried to convince him not to enter the duel, as she was sure he would be hurt badly. It might cause him to miss his final exam, and also that the college admission exam is only a month away. But Mo Fan is unmoved, and he is doing this duel for his father. Wow, so righteous. On the day of the duel, he went to Yuang's coming-of-age ceremony, and enjoyed his time before getting ready for the duel. He met with the chief instructor from his training camp, who invited him to join the army, but he refused. Some of his school friends also came to support him. The duel is now fully operational. Both fighters met with a handshake, not before hurling insults at one another, before standing on the opposite ends of the stadium. Mu Zhaoyun gave a speech one-sidedly about Yuang before the match officially began. The match started with a bang. Both Mo Fun and Yuang showcased their fire and ice magic splendidly. But as the fight progressed, it was apparent Mo Fan was at a disadvantage, as Yuang had many magical items equipped, which helped him dodge all of the fire attacks. The audience could not help but lament on how far the fight was. Some even started mocking the protagonist. Their expectation of him losing slowly got hold as Yuang, with the help of his 3rd level ice magic, cornered him. But Mo Fan had a trick up his sleeve. He turned the table, using his 3rd level fire magic, land a huge blow, blasting Yuang away. But it was for naught, as Yuang had a magical armor impervious to fire. The audience once again feels sad for Mo Fan as the fight he is fighting for is unfair. After all, the last attack would have won him the match if it was close to a normal or proper fight. Even the chief urged Mo Fan to give up as he had shown everyone his capability. Seeing the reaction, Yuang laughed and mocked Mo Fan. He even mocked his father as well. Mocking his father opened the floodgate. Enraged, Mo Fan used his 3rd level lightning magic to destroy Yuang's magic armor and defeat him. Everyone was shocked to see him wielding dual elements. The hunting group realized Mo Fan was Fan Mo. Defeating Yuang and showcasing dual elements of fire and lightning revealed that he is the strongest. Please tell me if you liked the video by giving a like and a comment. Stay tuned for new and exciting videos, and to get notifications for any future video, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Sayonara!